Hello students, I hope you all are fine at home. Today we are going to discuss a new chapter of Science CBSE Board Class 10, chapter number 2. Previously we have discussed the chapter Chemical Reactions and Equations, where you have learned the different kind of chemical reactions. We have learned equations, balancing of equations, right, where we have learned different type of reactants. They are turning into products by the different type of chemical reactions. In this chapter we will be seeing that compounds that we have discussed to be reacting as the reactants can be divided into three types. Okay, so basically compounds can be divided into three types. So the three types that we will be discussing in an introductory manner in this video is of acid, base and salt, which is your chapter number 2 of science. Okay, so you know it from earlier that acid are substances that are having a sour taste, If you take examples, I have written several examples that we eat every day, like lemon, tomato, vinegar, milk. The acid that is present in lemon is citric acid. In tomato we get oxalic acid. In vinegar we get acetic acid. In milk we get lactic acid. Very clearly, these acids you understand, you inhale into your body, but your body does not cause any harm. So these are basically your weak acids. That does not harm your body. Okay, but there are several acids. If we discuss of acids like H2SO4, HCl, HNO3, when we will discuss about these acids, they are actually strong acids. If they are coming in contact with your body, then they may cause a burn in your body. So basically, compounds which are called acid are having a sour taste, and there are some of the acids which are weak and some of the acids which are strong. Now let us come to bases. Bases are substances that have a bitter taste. Okay, that have a bitter taste. Moreover, bases can also be categorized into your strong bases and weak bases. But in this video, we are just learning the introductory part of bases, where we will understand several bases that we use in our day-to-day life. Like baking soda that is used in your kitchen is actually a base. Sometimes when you have problems with your stomach acidity, you take antacid, which is magnesium hydroxide. It is also a base. Clear? Ammonia, which is used in your fields so as to turn the acidity of the field into a particular neutral character, which is called ammonia. The soap that you use at your home is also a base. So acids have a different set of properties, whereas bases are having a different set of properties. Okay, and when this acid and bases they react together, they give us one of the product as salt, which we will be discussing in this video later on. Okay, salt is the particular salt that you eat when you are having your lunch, when you are cooking your food, like common salt. This is the main salt that you eat. Okay, there are several other salts that we use in our chemical lab, like copper sulfate, which is blue in color. We use sodium bisulfite, which is brown in color. So very clear, friends, today we will be discussing just how we will understand that a substance is an acid or a base. A substance, whether it is an acid or it is a base, we understand by a particular substance which is called a indicator, So indicator are substances that change color when we put it into acid or a base. So what is an indicator? To understand whether a substance is an acid or it is a base, we will also have to understand that they can be understood by the substance which is indicator. Indicators are substances that tells you whether a acid has a property of its acid or a base has the property of its base by just the change of its color. So in this video we will be discussing several indicators that help us to indicate whether a substance is a acid or a base. So let us take up some of the natural indicators today. So natural indicators, what are natural indicators? Natural indicators are the type of indicators that we obtain from nature so as to distinguish whether a particular substance is an acid or a base. The first indicator that we will be discussing is litmus. So litmus is purple in color. Litmus is purple in color, which is obtained from a plant called lichen, which belongs to the Thallophyta group. Okay, so this particular substance, which is actually purple in color, is basically turned into blue and red litmus, so as to distinguish a acid and a base. When say we pour acid and base in two columns such that we understand the color of the litmus when it is poured in an acid or it is poured in a base. So when a litmus blue color is poured in an acid, so blue litmus turns into red. Blue litmus, it turns into red, whereas a red litmus turns into blue in presence of a base. So litmus is one of the natural indicators which actually is made into two types, a blue litmus paper and a red litmus paper. So the blue litmus paper changes to red in the presence of an acid, whereas a red litmus paper changes into blue in the presence of a base. Let us talk about one more, the next indicator, which is your turmeric, which is yellow in color. It is known as haldi. Okay, sometimes when we eat, some of the curry may fall on your white cloth. Okay, so when we wash that stain, yellow stain of haldi, okay, what happens in soap, due to the presence of base in a soap, the color changes into reddish brown. The color changes into reddish brown. So haldi is a particular natural indicator that changes into reddish brown color. Reddish brown color when it is coming in contact with a base or with the soap that you use in your home. Okay, so this particular soap, when it is washed away with a plenty of water, the soap is washed away and the color is again back to yellow. Okay, next we are coming to one more indicator, which is your red cabbage extract. We are coming to a next indicator, which is a red cabbage extract. Red cabbage extract is actually red in color. Okay, it remains red. It remains red when it comes in contact with the acid. It remains red when it comes in contact with an acid, but changes into green in color when it comes in contact with a base. So basically, what are indicators? Indicators are substances that change color when we put it into an acid or a base. So to understand whether a substance is an acid or it is a base, we take the help of indicators. Some of the indicators are found in nature, which are called natural indicators, like your litmus paper, which is obtained from a plant called lichen, okay, which belongs to the Thallophyta group, and it is categorized into two parts. One is your blue litmus and one is your red litmus. So the blue litmus changes into red. The blue litmus changes into red when it comes in contact with an acid, and a red litmus changes into blue when it comes in contact with a base. Next we are coming to one of the natural indicators, which is turmeric. Turmeric is the haldi that we use in our kitchen so as to cook different kinds of food. When it stains in your white cloth and washed away by a base which is found in a soap, is actually turned into reddish brown color when it comes in contact with that soap molecules. But as soon as the plenty of water molecules wash away the soap from the cloth, it again comes back to yellow color, and it does not change, it remains yellow when it comes in contact with an acid. Okay, now we are coming to the next natural indicator, which is red cabbage extract, which is actually red in color. Okay, it remains red in presence of an acid, and it changes green in color in the presence of a base. Clear? So other than these natural indicators, the scientists, they were very curious to find out the different substances, whether being they are acid or bases. So they required to produce some of the indicators in the laboratory, which were termed as synthetic indicators. Okay, we are going to learn synthetic indicators over here. Okay, I am erasing this part. Let us learn synthetic indicators. Okay, now in case of synthetic indicators, there are two indicators that are made in the laboratory. One is your methyl orange. Okay, let us talk about synthetic indicators, the indicators that are made in your laboratory or that are synthesized. Okay, so one of the indicators is your methyl orange. So methyl orange is basically orange in color. Methyl orange is basically orange in color, and it turns red in the presence of an acid and turns yellow in the presence of a base. What is methyl orange? Methyl orange is an orange color indicator made in a laboratory, which turns red in color in the presence of an acid and yellow in color in the presence of a base. Next we are coming to one more particular synthetic indicator, which is phenolphthalein. Phenolphthalein is a colorless indicator. It is actually a colorless indicator. It does not change its color when it comes in contact with a acid. It does not change its color when it comes in contact with an acid, but changes to pink in color when it comes in contact with a base. So as to determine whether a substance is an acid or base, we can make use of some synthetic indicators, that are some substances that change color in the presence of an acid and base. These synthetic indicators are actually manufactured in the laboratory. One of the indicators is methyl orange, which is orange in color and turns to red when it comes in contact with an acid, and yellow when it comes in contact with a base. Then is your phenolphthalein. Phenolphthalein is another synthetic indicator which is manufactured in the laboratory and is colorless. It is colorless when it comes in contact with a acid, and it changes to pink in color when it comes in contact with a base. Now let us learn about some other indicators, like some indicators that change their smell or that retains their smell in the presence of an acid and base. So such indicators will be termed as olfactory indicators. Such indicators will be termed as olfactory indicators. What are olfactory indicators? Let us talk about some of the indicators, like onion extract. Okay, the extract of onion has a particular characteristic smell. Okay, so when that onion extract is put into a cloth, that cloth also gains its characteristic smell. But when it is washed with a base, we don't observe the smell. So the smell destroys. But when it comes in contact with an acid, the smell persists. In the same way, we can say about vanilla. VANILLA. Vanilla is an extract that has a pleasant smell. We use it for flavoring our different kinds of food. Okay, this vanilla, when it comes in contact with the base, the pleasant smell of vanilla disappears. So we write here the smell destroys. But when it comes in contact with an acid, the smell persists. So in this part of the video, we have learned about three kind of compounds. Some compounds are called as acid, some are called as base, some are called as acid. We have learned earlier that acid is a substances having a sour smell, sour taste, sorry. Base are substances that have a bitter taste. Okay, and now we know that several substances like lemon contains acid, tomato, vinegar, milk contains acid. Also the daily commodities like baking soda, ammonia, antacid, soap, they are as bases. So acid and bases can be categorized by the help of indicators. These indicators are actually substances that actually change the color when they come in contact with the acid or they come in contact with the base. So we can distinguish acid and bases by seeing the color change of our indicator. Indicators are of again three types. One is your natural, that is extracted by the nature. In that we come to litmus, then comes your red cabbage extract and your turmeric. There are more indicators, natural indicators like petals of several flowers like hydrangea, petunia, they change their color in the presence of an acid and bases. Then we come to some indicators that are actually made in laboratories, which are called synthetic indicators, my friend. So synthetic indicators, they actually are methyl orange and your particular phenolphthalein. We have seen the change of color. Methyl orange gives a red color when it comes in contact with an acid. It gives a yellow color when it comes in contact with a base. In the same way, phenolphthalein is colorless in acid and where it is pink in color in a base. Then we have learned about some of the other indicators like olfactory indicators, which actually indicate by giving a indication of smell. Okay, giving an indication of smell, like onion extract. The smell of the onion extract disappears in a base, whereas it persists in acid. A vanilla extract destroys its smell in a base, but the smell persists in an acid. So in this video we have just categorized acid and bases in terms of the different indicators. In the next video we are going to see the physical properties of acid and bases. Okay, we are going to see the common differences, we are going to see the common things in several acid, we are going to see the common things in several bases. Hope you stay tuned, and I am coming with the next video. Thank you.